All right. Um, good evening, good morning, I should say. Damn it! I didn't bring my little tripod. Beast boy. Yes, David. I'm gonna have to use your chair, okay? There's no problem, David. You can. You're always allowed to. You're my buddy. That's my little light, which is actually Papa Alex's. It's pretty bright. It's a USB light. I gotta speak as soft as I can. This is gonna be a prelude to the video I just shot, where just a little opinion piece. It is indeed the 8th of April, and like I mentioned in the video, which is I'm gonna just cut right to it. I did make royalty food 110 at roughly uh, 0030 hours, which is the time I would wake up when I was doing when I was a DST helper part time. I was making about 200 bucks a week, so I would work roughly about like 3 days a week. But as you can guess, waking up at 0030 hours every morning is kind of rough. Um, Around 400 hours if you sleep a normal night, like from like 9 to 5 or whatever, 8 to 4, give or take, somewhere around those hours, 8 to 6. Around 4 a.m. is when your body starts producing different types of hormones, one of them being like human growth hormone, which is another type of hormones that are necessary for the recuperation of your body, and also for you to deal with stress. So you could imagine how hard it is to wake up at those hours and work for a job where it's informal. I don't pay taxes, which now I'm having a hard time applying for Social Security, which I have to get a lawyer because they did not count all of my employment when I was under 18. They didn't count the employment I had for roughly 5 years full time that I started when I was 17. That was the first eye doctor that I worked for. I worked for uh, two different optometrists, um, and one ophthalmologist who never got his he never took the test so that he could practice here in the States. If not, he wouldn't have had to do what he did. But his wife was a lovely lady. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, they didn't count my employment for Emma Eyewear, EMA Eyewear Incorporated. I worked there for about 5 years. Okay, and that's a good amount of dough. They didn't count my employment for Boston Market Incorporated. That was another year of labor. They didn't count my employment for Winn Dixie, and those were all the formal employments I had from 15, and then at 17 I started at M Eyewear. That's probably the longest formal job I ever had. And I definitely do need unemployment because, well, not unemployment, I need disability because I am mentally disabled. I've come to that realization. At first, when Mama Vilma, she went on holiday, and when she first left, I went through like a shock, and I started realizing that if I was to lose my mom, I would my mental diagnosis would get worse. I would probably go on to become full blown schizophrenic. I was already, um, you know, showing the signs of schizophrenia just the first day she was here, but thank goodness Papa Alex was here and he told me, hey, either you stop or I'm gonna kick your ass. And I was like, just sir, because he didn't say it like that. He's very nonviolent, but they did tell me the second worst thing. They were going to put me in a psych ward. And if you ever been to a psych ward, I can tell you, I'd rather be in jail. Okay, at least in jail, you meet people that are may have just made a mistake, or if they're career criminals, you got awesome stuff to talk about. People in psych wards, I'm honestly more scared of people that are mentally disabled, like schizophrenic with tendency to be violent, than people that are just violent. because people that are just violent, you gotta either be a show mo, or you gotta, you gotta show some type of disrespect towards them, or their crew, for them to want to like step up to you, unless you're just, you know, like my boy JD Delano, I forget his name, 5550, I forget. I'll try to find out the channel. I'll link it below. Like he says, when you first walk into that yard, you better have your chest puffed up, and you better be looking straight up ahead. That way they don't think you're not no punk walking in there. First impressions matter, and I guess I did have opportunities in the past. I ain't gonna lie. This was years and years, many years ago, to get employed by Publix, but I never took it up. And now that I'm in the position where I am, because now I have a daughter that I got to care for, and it's a lot more difficult to save up, and a car is just out of the question. Now they cause me anxiety. I get anxious so much now. It's like for some reason, as I get older, my levels of anxiety have increased. I don't know if it's because I need to start going to service more, or because I stopped going to the meetings as much. But the meetings really didn't do much. It's just I get anxiety over certain things, and also the actions of certain people. Well, the actions of certain people will cause panic attacks. That's what the main reason why I take the fastest acting benzodiazepine, because it's the best one to prevent panic attacks. And believe me, I'd rather take something that is like an infamous kind of drug, and whatever, pharmacists. Well, the pharmacists, they've been okay with me for it, because they see me every day. I go to my local pharmacy. I do my shopping there. It's inside the supermarket. They know who I am. But I'd rather take that medication than have to end up going to the hospital because I think I had a heart attack, and then end up with another 5,000 something dollar bill, which I still have yet to pay. Every time I go to mychart.com, which is a website that keeps track of all your information from one of the biggest hospital in South Broward County. They actually handle a lot of the one of part of the Medicaid supplement, one of the Medicaid supplements, or one of the. It's not a marketplace plan, but it's kind of like a plan, because the state doesn't give Medicaid anymore unless you're like pregnant, or you're like here because of uh, you're seeking political asylum. Those are like the only reasons, or you're disabled, I think. So what they do is they give you instead a different type of insurance. It's not a marketplace insurance. It is, whatever. It is something that is like a welfare type of insurance, but it's not handled directly by the capital, Tallahassee. It's handled instead depending on where you live, either South Broward Hospital District or North Broward Hospital District. North Broward, I think, is handled by Broward General, is the name of the hospital, I want to say. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't have a car. I live within like a 1.5 mile, you know, radius to where I am at all times, unless I go ride a bike somewhere. But or the other day I took 2 buses to get to a place, and then 2 buses to come back. Lost my wallet in the process. Spent like 4 to 5 hours just riding the buses. That's why I'm working somewhere that's walking distance. I'm not gonna work somewhere where I have to take buses. That's just money spent on public transportation, which is shite. It doesn't get you anywhere faster. It goes they have it set at a certain speed. So if the bus is running fast, let's say it gets to like a main intersection, right? Like University Drive and whatever other cross street is going east or west on. If it's running fast, it'll sit there and it'll wait until the time that it's supposed to be on. So like the buses, you're gonna spend at least an hour to get to your destination, and the best buses are the ones that are out east, from here for where I live, which I could live out there if I wanted to, be like outside full time. I'm outside right now, but there is a light out here, and I have like a little like roof. I'm like by a pool area. Um, if I want to live outside full time, I would not be near my daughter, which I have to be there because I'm her chef, and I'm the one that if I don't wake up in the morning, about half the time there's going to be an issue where, running late, voices are loud, the homeowners are sleeping, and they don't want to be bothered by that shite, especially when out of the kindness of their heart, they're offering my daughter and her mom a place to stay. They have their own bedroom, their own bed. I don't have any of that shit. But it's alright. I'm a man. Alright. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of this video. Ciao. Thanks so much to everybody who made it to now. The far and the few, you are pure legends. I really appreciate you. Thank you for everybody who is subscribed. If you're not, please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Thanks.